Good morning, students. This is Raj Gajendra Pillai. Today we are going to learn about English grammar. The topic is opposites. We will be learning about opposites. What are opposites? Please take out your notebooks, pen, pencil, eraser, and pay attention. Right? Give you 5 seconds. Be ready. Look at the table of content. What are table of contents? The table of contents about the topic opposites. We'll be learning what is opposites, different images to know about opposites, knowing opposites, and exercise to do in the last. This is part 1. So we will be covering up this topic in 2 sessions. Right? In the first session, we'll be looking at the opposites, different images to know about opposites, knowing about opposites. And in the second session, we'll be learning more about opposites with different images and pics and exercise to do in the last. In the part 2 also. Right? In the part 2. In this session, we are doing part 1. Okay? So now, be ready. Now let's know what is opposite. You can see a seesaw in front. You can see in the pic that is an elephant and a rabbit sitting on the opposite side. This game is of balancing, one going up simultaneously coming down and the other one going up. As one goes down, the other goes up. Right? For this, can it be balanced? You can see the elephant, such a big size. Can a small rabbit balance it? No, never. So, these are total opposite. Now we can see the total opposite thing. There is a big thing here, huge thing, and there is a small thing which cannot pull it up. Right? It has gone down. There must be equal weights on both these sides to balance. When they cannot balance and totally different, in shape, size, in weight, in color. So these are what are opposites. Now you understand about opposites when I ask you about what is the difference between, what is the opposite of white. If I ask you opposite of black, what will you answer? You will answer opposite of white is black and black is white. Right? This is what opposites are. Understood? Things which can be balanced are not opposites. Right? Things which cannot be balanced, totally different. White, black, black, white. Huge, small. Can this be balanced? No. So these are the opposites, totally different. So opposites are totally different of one. The one thing is, if you see a coin has 2 sides, right? If you catch a coin in your hand, suppose this is a coin. This is the side which I am seeing. That is the side in which you are seeing in front. So I can see this side, and you can see this side. I cannot see both the sides. So what is this? This is front, and that is back. It's an opposite side. Back, front. Understood? Front, back. Totally different sides. Both the sides are different. So this side becomes front, which I can see, and which I cannot see is the thing which is back. On the back side. If I have to see here, I have to turn it. Right? So now, front, back. White, black. Huge, small. The things which cannot be balanced and totally different are opposites. Memorize it to understand about opposites. Now, let's go ahead to look onto the pics to understand more about opposites. Now, look onto the opposites. You can see cheap, the things which are homemade is selling it in a stall. And look at the right side, these are the branded things of Pringles. Right? These are the potato wafers, which is branded. And what is it? It is expensive. Household things are opened, which are not packed. Right? It is made. It is a thing which can be fried, which can be carried home. Right? These things are totally packed. This is not packed. This is open, loose, which are cheap. And these are the things which are packed in the proper containers, boxes. So it is supposed to be more expensive. So now, cheap and expensive. Let's know about cheap and expensive. The things which are homemade, and suppose if you are going somewhere in the market to buy something and you go to a stall, where in the stall you find the things, a thing which is cheaper than the things which you get in the open malls and markets. From the small stalls, when you get it cheaper, of the same quality maybe, or good than the qualities which are packed with the branded names. The cheaper things are from the small stalls which you purchase. And the same product, if you go and purchase with a brand name and proper packing, that would be much more expensive. Adding on to the cost of mall operating, paying the salaries, huge salaries. So this is all totally added to the branded names. So now branded things are expensive and the local things are cheap. Now you understand what is the difference between cheap and expensive. Cheap means lesser amount. If you have to spend 100 rupees, the same thing can come in 50. Means you get things cheaper. Half of the rate are cheap. And the things which are costly, expensive, instead of 50, you need to give more, 70 rupees or maybe 80 rupees. These are expensive. Cheap, expensive. Opposites. Please write it down. Look at the screen for opposites. Here, see, they are seeing a map in which they are showing it the place location. They are showing the place location about a certain place where is showing here. He is pointing out to a particular point, saying here. He is showing some place in the map, right? And he is showing it that it is here. But in the other pic where you can see, he is looking into a cage. You can see a cage. It may be a zoo or something. In that zoo, he is showing something. Look there. When we say there, opposite of here means at this particular place. There means he is showing to a place where he has to divert other people to see. There. He is telling, look there. Where is it? It's there. They are looking or searching something in the cage. In that cage, he is showing it something is there. Here, there. Opposite of here is there. Please write it down. Opposite of here is there. H-E-R-E here, T-H-E-R-E there. Please write it down. Now, look onto the opposites. Here you can see a box in which the lady is sitting. That means that what is she doing? She is inside the box. What do you mean to say? She is inside the box. And on the other place, in the right side, you can see a gentleman standing, keeping his hand on the box. Where is he standing? He is standing outside. But the lady, what the lady is doing? Lady is sitting inside the box. So opposite of inside is outside. Understood? The lady is sitting where? She is sitting inside the box. But the guy, the gentleman is standing out, leaning to the box. Where is he standing? He is standing outside. So now opposites of inside is outside, opposite of outside is inside. Please write it down so that we can go ahead to look at more opposites. Now pay attention to the next script. Yeah, you can see the opposites. You can see there is a new shoes as well as an old shoes. You can see the shoes which is old is totally worn out, which cannot be worn again. Can we own a worn out shoes? No. This is what? This is an old one. OLD, old. The other one which you can see, it's totally new. When you say about new, this is for the use, the regular use. When things get old, what do? We actually scrap that thing, we keep it aside and take a new thing. So now look at the opposites. What are the opposites of old? Opposites of old is new. This is the branded new one and that's the old one. So opposite of new is what? Opposite of new is old and opposite of old is new. These are totally opposites. Please write this down. Now look onto the screens. What you can see? You can see there are three birds. One bird is very far. A single bird is far. What about the other one? The other one is in a pair. When you talk about pair, it is a pair of birds. Where are they? They are very close. What is that word called as close? Near. They are near each other. They are both very much near. And one bird which is sitting very far, we can define that as far. Far means a bit far from the place where we stand. From here we can see some things which is very far, single. From here we can see something which is far, which is not close to us. Near things, the two birds are near each other, right? And the other bird is very far from these birds. Now you can understand. Have you understood about the opposite thing? Opposite far is near and opposite of near is far. Far means at a distance. Near means close by. Near means close by. When you can see closely, when you can see, it's clearly visible when something is near. And when something is at far, we can just see it. We can just see that something is far. But we cannot look it so closely because it is not near. Why you cannot see it? Because it is not near. So the opposite of near is far and opposite of far is near. N-E-A-R, near. F-A-R, far. Please write this down. Write the spellings of near and far and write as opposites: near, far, far, near. So now look at the screens. Here you can see lots of crowd sitting. So what are the lots of crowd you can see? How do you define so many people sitting at one place? They are many, right? When you see a huge crowd, how do you define that? How do you say? You say that there were many people. There were many people in the stadium. There were many people in the ground. There were many of them in the gathering. There were many of them in the premises. You can say about this thing. Many word is used for lots of people. Right? For lots of people you use the word many. And in the other side you can see on the right, there is a playground. Half of the seats are empty. So now The people can be seen. How many people are there? How do you define this? Here you have seen lots of people. You are defined as many. But here you can see there are less people in the ground. How do you tell that? When you see less people in the ground, less people seated there, you will say they are few. F-E-W, few. How many of them? Few. Here there are lots. What you will tell? You will say that it is many. When you see half of the grounds are empty and people are less, how would you define that? You will say that there are few people. So now, looking at this, both the pics you can come to know. Here we say that we have many people. On the other side you say there are few people. Many and few. What are these words? These words are opposite. Opposites of many people is few. Opposite of few is many. Right? Please write it down. M-A-N-Y, many. Lots of people. There's lots of people. What do you say? You say many. And where there are less people, you say they are few. F-E-W, few. Please write it down. F-E-W, few. M-A-N-Y, many. Opposite of few is many. Opposite of many is few. Please. Now, look at the screens once again. Good and bad. What is good? What is bad? The habits which we develop in us are the habits which are good and bad. Early morning we get up, we greet everybody. Good morning. That is a good habit. Right? If you get up in the morning and don't greet anybody, that's a bad habit. Whenever you enter somebody's room, you knock the door, that is good habit. You do not knock the door and enter, that is bad habit. Whenever somebody gives a help to you, somebody offers something to you, you say thank you. That is a good habit. If you take something and don't tell thank you, that is a bad habit. Right? So, you understand what is good, what is bad? The things which are to be done. The good deeds and the bad deeds. When we talk about good and bad, good means all the things which are supposed to be done. Bad things are the things which you have to remove it from the dictionary. Never do bad things. Never tell bad things for anybody. Never tell anything which can hurt somebody. That's very bad. Right? So, opposite of good is bad. When you say good, good things are good habits, good practices, good talking. These are all good. When you follow all the rules which are taught in the school, whenever you want to go out, you take the permission, you request the teachers, you say, please may I go to toilet, please may I go to the washroom, please can I go, please. These are the words which are to be used. These are the good practices which you have to do. So these are good practices. What are bad practices? Pushing somebody, talking in the class, these are all bad habits. So you have to avoid all the bad habits. That's bad. So now let's look what is good, what is bad. Write down the spelling of good, G-O-O-D, good, B-A-D, bad. So now I have told you about good things and bad things as well. You understand about the opposites, right? Opposite of good is bad and bad is good. Please write this down. Yes. Now look onto the screens once again. You can see two arrows. One arrow pointing to the right, one arrow pointing to the left. The right arrow which is pointing to the right, where it says go right. Go right means you have to proceed towards right. Right means on the right hand. Both the hands you have. If you are facing me, then your right hand is exactly on my left. And your left hand is exactly on my right hand when you are facing each other, right? So now when you see the arrows which are given, so they show the arrow marks where you have to proceed. When you take a car, when you take a bike, when you take a cycle, you can see such boards on the highways as well as when you enter school, auditorium or mall. So there are directions given because there is nobody to guide you, to tell you to go where. So the arrows are being displayed at several places, in the marketplace, in the roads, in the schools, in the auditoriums. There is always arrows. So whenever you go, proceed somewhere, whenever you proceed somewhere, you have to just look onto the arrows for the direction from where to move. Right? So it is written go right. When you say go right, arrow is been displayed to proceed on the way where the arrow is shown. And down, it's written go left. If you are going straight, and if you want to go ahead to some place, and the destination's name is written there as well as directions are given. Go left. When we say go left, means you have to, from this place, if you have to go to this place, you have to take a left. Go left. So these arrows are specifically given for directions. Yes, right, left. Go right, go left. So now the opposite of right is what here? What is it shown in this arrows? Opposite of right is left. Opposite of right is left. In the right, if you proceed, it goes to a different direction, and in the left, it goes to a different direction. So both are totally opposite of each other. Right and left. Right will lead you to some place and left will take you to some place. Right? They are totally different places. So opposite of right is what? Opposite of right is left. Opposite of left is what? Right. Please write it down. R-I-G-H-T, right. L-E-F-T, left. Right, left, left, right. Please write it down. Now, for more opposites, look at the screen. Here you can see two mans. One man is showing his muscle, right? You can see the muscles in his arms. You can see his abdomen, it has shape. He is standing where it is written, he is strong. What do you understand by strong? If you do exercise daily, if you practice, if you run and do a regular exercise, you will be strong and healthy. Look at the right pic where it is shown he is weak. Why is he weak? Because he is not having his food properly, he is not doing exercise, so he is thin. He is thin and weak. When you talk about strong, opposite of strong is weak. How do a person turn weak? No attention towards the food, no attention towards the regular exercise makes him weak. The strong person eats properly, does a proper exercise, so he is strong. How does the person become strong? When they have timely food, when they have milk, when they do exercise. What about the weak people? They don't like certain food, so they don't eat, and they become weak. So opposite of strong is weak. S-T-R-O-N-G, strong. Weak, W-E-A-K, weak. Strong, weak. Weak, strong. S-T-R-O-N-G, strong. W-E-A-K, weak. Weak, strong. Please write this down. Now look at the screens. You can see it's written deep and shallow. What is deep? What is shallow? In the swimming pool, when you go, on the one side it is very much deep. It starts with one side from where you jump, that place is shallow. It contains less water. Less water is known as shallow. SHALLOW, shallow. Shallow means very less water. And deep means a water which is very deep, which actually one person when goes down, he can easily dip himself inside the water. Means he can entirely go inside deep in the water. And shallow means if you try to go into water also, it is the level where only your body can be wet. You cannot go deep. Means less amount of water is called as shallow. And when you look at the deep thing, deep means when you go inside and you can dip yourself. Totally you can go inside the water. The level of the water is more than your height. It is deep down. When you say deep, means you can dip down, you can entirely go into the water. And in the shallow, there is less water. Difference between deep and shallow. Deep means you can totally dip down, and in the shallow, if you try also, you cannot dip down. Only your body will get wet. Please write down the opposites of deep is shallow, SHALLOW. And opposite of shallow is what? Deep, DEEP, deep. Please write this down. So now look at the two towers here. One is short one, the other one is tall. Why it is called tall? Because it is little much big in height of the shorter one. So when you look at the short, when you look at the heighted one is called as a tall one. So opposite of tall is short, and opposite of short is tall. Tall according to his height. If you see, there are 5 students in the class, same age, but you can see there are differences in height. You can see one of the student is little much taller than the other one. Other one is equal heighted, short heighted maybe. His height is maybe smaller than all over there. And one whose height is very much bigger than all this. So according to his height, he will be called as what? He will be called as tall. And the student whose height is smaller than all, he will be called as short. For your understanding, I am telling, tall means height. Whenever there is somebody who is heighted, is called as a tall one. Tall, short. Please write this down. Happy, sad. Look at the slide. It says happy, sad. Happy, the smiley is shown with a big curve. When you see, when the curve is up, that means you are happy. When the curve is down, that means you are sad. You are not happy. So these are the emojis, these are the signs, these are the smileys. Nowadays, you can see the smileys. Whenever you give somebody or you sign it, you put in small smiley where you say you are happy. So you will make and round a circle with 2 eyes and one thing, that curves which is going up. That means you are happy. Happy, sad. These are the 2 phases. Either when teacher asks you for examination, a short test or something, if you are not learnt, you will become sad that you don't know. And if you know that you have done the exercise, you have done the homework, you have learnt, you have studied at home, you will be very happy because you know it. So happy and sad. When you become sad, when you don't know something and it is going to be asked by the teacher, right, then you will be sad because you don't know. And if you have learned, you will become happy. Happy and sad. Now you understand what is happy and sad? These are the opposites of each other. Happy, sad. Sad, happy. HAPPY, happy. SAD, sad. SAD sad, HAPPY, happy. Right? Opposite of happy is sad, and sad is happy. Please write this down. Now look at the screens. You can see here it's written poor, and on the other side it's written rich. Rich by his clothing sense, by his clothes. He is wearing a suit, he is wearing a tie, shoes. We can make out that he is some guy who is rich. And on the other side, near the wall, there is an old woman standing. From her clothes, we can make out that she is poor. She is trying to ask something for the meal, maybe. She is not having anything. She is standing by the road and she is expecting that somebody would give her something. So this shows that she is poor, right? And the guy who is walking shows that he is rich by his attire, by his clothes, right? So what is the opposite of poor? The opposite of poor is rich. And what is the opposite of rich? Opposite of rich is poor. Here you can make the difference from the attire, from the clothes. We can make out that this is the poor lady who is leaning against the wall, and the rich guy who is walking. He is wearing a spectacles, shoes, a suit, everything. This shows the difference between rich and poor, right? So opposite of poor, P-O-O-R, poor is rich, R-I-C-H, rich. Opposite of rich is what? Opposite of rich is poor. So please write this down. Here, look at the screens now. It says big and small. These are the, what do you call, teddy bear? Yes, there are two teddy bears. The one is very young, small. Other one is big, a little old one. This is big. So now you can see the difference. This is a bigger one and that's the smaller one. So when you say big and small, let's look the pic. The small one is looking the same, but it is small in size. Means he is small. And the same thing which is grown up is shown as big. Opposite of small is big, and big is small. When you speak about big and small, you can see the difference. Big, small, small, big. Small means according to its size, it is shown as small. According to the size of this teddy, this is a bigger one. For example, when I say you have two boxes, one box is so small and the other box is this big. So what it will be called? Big and small. The smaller ones are the small. According to the same box which has become a bigger box, that will be called as bigger box. Big and small. So now please write this down. Opposite of big is small and small is big. You can see according to the sizes it is small and big. Please write it down. Now look at the screens. Here the screen says young and old. Young means you can see the boy, he is a school going boy, right? He is shown as young because he is a young blood. Yes, he is young. Young means at same of your age, maybe they are called as young. The smaller ones are called as an young. And this is the old man. Old man whose age is bigger. What has happened to him? Look at his head. He has turned bald according to his age. When he was young, he must be the same as this young guy. But now he has grown old. He needs support, right? And his hair is also gone. Now he is old man, right? So when we talk about old and young, old is the opposite of young is the opposite of old. Young will someday become old. Same way, old was sometimes young. The old was sometimes young, and the young one will become old someday. Right? The opposite of young is old, and opposite of old is young. Right? Please write it down. Now look at the screens where it says clean and dirty. Clean means neat and clean, pressed clothes. It's looking tidy, but on the other side, he has made it dirty with mud. He's showing that this shirt is dirty, and he's showing that this shirt is clean. Now you can see yourself what is clean and what is dirty. The guy who has made his dirty is with mud. He must have played without taking care of his clothes. So now it has become what? It has become dirty. The other one is clean, C-L-E-A-N, clean. The other one is looking clean, and the right side pic is seen as dirty pic. This is a dirty pic, right? He has put everything in his trousers and his t-shirt, the mud like thing in his t-shirt, right? So please write it down. Clean, dirty, C-L-E-A-N, clean. D-I-R-T-Y, dirty, D-I-R-T-Y, dirty, D-I-R-T-Y, dirty. C-L-E-A-N, clean. When you say C-L-E-A-N, clean means neat and tidy. Clean, dirty. Please write it down. Now look at the screens. You can see a Nokia mobile. This is a mobile where it's showing the screen and its keypad. This is the front side. What will you call the back side of it? You will call as back, B-A-C-K, back. Right? That's the back side of the mobile. Front opposite is back. Back opposite is front. Right? He'll say, let him come in my front. I will see him. I will talk to him. Right? No, he never comes in front. He always goes back. When you say he always goes back, means he is not a reliable person. Front and back, these are the two opposite words of each. Front, back. Back, front. Please write it down. Now look at the opposites. Hare and the tortoise. You must have learnt the story about hare and the tortoise. They both had a winning race in which being hare the fastest, then two, the tortoise win the race. Why? Because it never stopped. It constantly followed with the speed which he had. But the hare, what did hare do? Hare started running fast, and after reaching at certain point, he said, let the tortoise come, it will come slow. By the time I'll take a nap. But tortoise kept on walking in such a pace where it crossed the hare and reached the point earlier, much more with a gap to win from hare. And it won. So this is a very big moral story for all. Now let's see the action here. Fast and slow. Opposite of fast is slow, and opposite of slow is fast. Please write this down. Look at the screens, dry and wet. The same female standing here. She is showing her hair is dry. What do you understand by dry? Dry means nothing in the head, no oil nor anything in that. It's dry hair. On the other side, she has applied something to the hair. Right? She has applied something so that we can identify what is dry and what is wet. Dry, D-R-Y, dry. Dry means Nothing applied. It's as it is. After you I have taken bath, just combing and leave it, it's dry. It becomes dry. Whatever the water or something is there, you dry it, it will become dry. And wet, you have to apply some gel or maybe coconut oil or something and massage the hair and leave it. Then you need to comb it. Now we can see the wet hair, 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 the wet hair and the dry hair. Please write it down. Dry, wet. Opposite of dry is wet and opposite of wet is dry. Please write it down. Look at the screens. Now you can see the left side. These are the steel bars. These are steel rods. Steel rods are supposed to be soft or hard. Steel rods are supposed to be very hard. Very hard, right? The steel bars are supposed to be very hard. And you can see in the right side there are 5 pillows stacked one upon one. Pillows, Pillows, pillows. How are the pillows? How do you define it? The pillows are supposed to be soft, SOFT, soft. So now let's see hard and soft. Hard is the opposite word of soft and soft is the opposite word for hard. You have seen 5 pillows. These pillows are usually made of cotton or sponge which goes inside, and when you touch it you feel it is very soft, right? So opposite of word hard is soft and soft is hard. Please write it down. Now look at the opposites. You can see 2 bottles of Coke. It's a refreshing drink. When you see 2 bottles, one is shown as empty. How it become empty? It was full. Somebody has drank the Coke. Somebody took it, opened the cork and have drank it. I have consumed it. So what it become? It become empty, right? Now it become empty. The other one is still full. So the opposite of empty is what? Empty is full. And opposite of full is what? Empty. Yes, in the next slide I have shown you one more thing for empty and full, right? We have one more to see. Please write this down and let's see about empty and full to understand, to make you understand about empty. Yes, please write this down. Now look at the screens. Here what it is. Empty, full. Here you can see empty. Why empty is used? This is not for bottle. So you can see there are chairs put in auditorium or maybe playground, but you can see all the chairs are empty. The word used here is empty. There is nobody inside the hall, nobody to sit on any of the chairs, nothing is occupied, so it is called as an empty. And in the second one you can see the glass full of milk. Now what do you call this? Full of glass. Understood? There we saw a full bottle of Coke. Here we saw full bottle of milk. Means something which is fully occupied is full. And the entire chairs are empty at this place. Here we call this as an empty. Already I have written this empty and full. Yes, I am sure you have written it. Now let's go. Let's see one more example, then exercise to do in the last. Right? Now see, there is a race. Everybody is going to run from one place. And that place is what? That place is called as a starting point. From that starting point, what you do? You begin. You start, right? You start and begin at that place. Either it is called as a begin, the race will begin, the race will start, the race will start, the race will begin. That's what we say. So that's the starting point. From there it will start. And let's look on the right side. It is the end. When we say the end, that means starting point and the end. At the end where from where we started. It's an end at one place. And begin, when you say begin, finish. Finish is the opposite of begin. Either you write begin or start, you can write finish or end. Any of the word will work at any place. But usually we use start, end, begin, finish. Finish, begin, end, start. So please write this down. Begin, start. Opposite is finish, end. Begin, finish, start, end. Please write it down and let's go. Let's see. Learn opposites. We have to learn. I have given you the words and its opposites have written with it. You need to learn it. Right? Please learn that so that we can go ahead. This is the last page. The next one is the last page of the first session. It is yet to continue. In the second part, there are more to be looked into, more opposites to be learned. Right? In this, learn more opposites. I have given all the opposites, maximum opposites for you to learn. Okay? So please write this down in the next one when I start. Now write this one, begin, start, finish, end. Now this is the end of this part 1 where I have given you opposites. Right? Please write this down properly and memorize it as well. And in the next session and the second one, I will get more of the images for you to understand better about opposites, with exercise to do in the last in the form of sentence as well in part 2. Now let's see what is there in the part 1. Part 1, learn opposites. Here, there, cheap, expensive, new, old, far, near, right, wrong, many, few, big, small, good, bad, deep, shallow, inside, outside, right, left, front, back, strong, weak, tall, short, clean, dirty, happy, sad. We have seen all the examples of this, right? Everything, nothing is missed from this, right? Everything we have seen. And in the right side we can see rich, poor, dry, wet, hard, soft, empty, full, young, old, fast, slow, thick, thin, hot, cold, fat, skinny, up, down, open, close, heavy, light. Now you have learned, you have seen about opposites which I have written. Please write it down. I'll give you 5 seconds. Please write this down. Memorize it. Right? So what we will do, we will meet you shortly in the next session where I will be getting more opposites as part 2. Please write this down. Happy learning of part 1. Please memorize it. Don't sit idle. Start writing at least 1 to 2 pages at home daily so that your writing improves. You need to write this 3, 4 times to memorize it, learn spellings, and thank you. Happy learning.